Now, gold. So gold, I mean, buys were clear as day. I was contemplating on taking buys here, but the timing just ultimately wasn't there for me. We were literally in the middle of the Asian session, and I don't really like trading gold in the Asian session, let alone, trading gold outside of a period where there's typically no volume. I did contemplate taking the buy, but honestly, I'm happier that I didn't take the buy because I'm maintaining myself within my rules and being as disciplined as I possibly can to try and maintain a structure. Because again, although trading is a very flexible type of lifestyle, you want to keep it as work related as possible. What do I mean by that? You want to treat trading as close to a 9 to 5 as possible and really trade within your trading times. You don't really want to be going outside, trading outside of those times too much, especially not gold where it's not going to move much during the Asian session. And this just so happened to be a day where it did happen to actually trade a lot during the Asian session. It pushed up 120 pips during the Asian session, a little bit more. I was actually contemplating taking buys after the break above this hour high here, but it just wasn't there for me ultimately. I mean, I did have a lot of other confirmations, like the 4-hour did come into support, come back up, close, reject. That's the first sign for me to drop to the lower time frames. Our time frame gave us a doji candlestick, which shows momentum or bearish momentum is actually slowing down. And if price were to break above that 30-minute time frame, 30-minute time frame high on the previous candlestick, then this would have been the time to me to actually look for a buy. Why do I trade so aggressively? Because I can squeeze as much reward out of a trade as possible. So I would have gone maybe a little bit, let me reset that. I would have gone with possibly around a 45 to 50 pip stop loss, and right now I would have been up 2 to 1. But coulda, woulda, shoulda. Let's look for the setup that could possibly happen tonight. So taking a look at the weekly time frame, price did push up into 1787, which is a level of previous support on the weekly time frame. Now, if we go down to the daily time frame, we can already see a sell signal off of this area, so price definitely could continue to go down. Look at the rejections here on the daily. There's a reason why there's a lot of selling pressure in this area. There's a reason why price rejected this area. Now, the question is, are we going to see gold continue to sell off back down to 1722, which is our next major level of support, or is price going to go back up for a retest before continuing to go down? The possibilities are pretty much endless. We just have to kind of find the probabilities of the setup. Now, looking at things from an hour time frame perspective, right? We have this area being a previous area of market structure here on the hourly time frame. I mean, if you want to be a little bit more exact, you could kind of draw it out like this, right? So we have this previous hour structure low where price had just broken under, and now price is currently retesting, and it looks like it is rejecting that area. For you Fibonacci traders out there, you can pull the fib from this point to this point and see that price is just pulled back under a 50%, which it doesn't have to get exactly to the fib level. But again, these are percentages. We're measuring the percentage of the pullback from this point to this point, which is pretty much the highest high to the lower low, because this is a lower low. This was our previous low here until price formed this low. So we can already see a shift within this market structure. We have our first lower low. Now, shorts are definitely valid, and we could definitely look for shorts, especially if this hour candlestick does close engulfing. You have a little double top here on the 30-minute time frame, so you could set yourself up with a position that maybe looks something like this, where you have this double top. Set yourself up, let's call it with a 40 pip stop loss, and then we can look to target the hour support, which we're looking to gain 3 times our risk, which is perfectly fine. And then at that point in time, it's really just about holding your sells. If price breaks under this area though, let's say you want to be a little bit more conservative, right? Let's say you're going to watch this and you see this during the New York session. If price breaks under this major area of support, then you guys should already know the setup, what you got to wait for. Wait for the break, wait for the retest, then look for price to continue to go down and form new lows to your next level of support. Anyways, guys, I hope this little breakdown gave you some clarity on what we could possibly expect with gold and GJ. But I will talk to you guys in the next video.